from our live shows, and you will automatically be given a £5 credit to spend against any purchase of £30 or more the following day. And you can do this every day. This means everyone who purchases could save up to a total of £25 each over the course of the event. So, get Christmas 2020 all wrapped up by tuning in to our Christmas credit event from the 18th of December at 7 AM.
Hello, my name's Kay from Indigo Blue, and we've been established for 7 years, and together with my husband Alfie we design and manufacture our own in-house red rubber stamps. We also have our own range of paints, lushes and stencils. We're so proud that we've now got a reputation for such high quality products and the detail that we can manage to get in our stamps. What I really love about Hochanda is I get to demonstrate lots of different techniques for you to understand how to use our products and hopefully inspire you. I've got loads of fantastic ideas buzzing around in my head, so I can't wait to get those filtered into our products and out to you at home. So grab a cup of tea, join me and the team from Indigo Blue on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Lou from Studio Light. Studio Light has been around for about 40 years now. They're based in the Netherlands. It's a family-run business with a great heritage. The products that Studio Light bring us are very diverse, fantastic dyes, great papers, but all round on trend. Over the 40 years Studio Light have evolved. They listen to me, the demonstrator, and you, the customers, and really take our ideas on board. On the Hochanda shows, we'll share with you the diverse techniques and products will inspire you to produce your own individual pieces of artwork. So make sure you don't miss the Studio Light shows on Hochanda.
Did you know you can watch Hochanda 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for free using our app on Roku? Just like your smartphone accesses an app store to add new applications, your Roku streaming player or Roku TV accesses the Roku channel store to add new channels. By downloading the Hochanda channel, you'll be able to access your favourite craft channel on your TV anytime you want to watch. Here's how to do it. Turn on your TV and connect your Roku device. Next, turn the power on and press the home button on your Roku remote. Scroll up or down to select settings. Select your network and select Setup Connection. Roku uses a wireless connection, so select your router name and add your password. This should be on the side or the bottom of your router. If this is the first time using Roku, then you'll need to set up an account on the device or by going to the Roku website. That's it. Now it's time to add the Hochanda app. Simply press the home button on the Roku remote. Scroll up or down using the arrows on your remote to select streaming channels. Then open the channel store. At the top of the channel store, you'll find a list of featured, new and popular categories to explore. Enter Hochanda into the search bar and this will take you to the Hochanda app. Now simply select Add Channel. When you see the added channel screen, press OK and return to the home page. Now scroll down to the Hochanda app and press the star button on your remote. You can then use the arrow buttons to move Hochanda to the top of the screen for quick and easy access. And that's it! You can now watch, purchase and catch up with your favourite shows 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on your TV whenever you feel crafty.
Hello and welcome. It's lovely to have your company. I'm really looking forward to this show. We've got a whole wealth of different books with so much inspiration. But of course, we've got one of our best guests ever. It's our lovely Matthew Palmer. And I tell you what, Matthew.
Yes.
How gutted am I that I'm not painting along with you?
Listen, you're welcome to come and take out. I think we should swap roles. I'll stand there and you come and stand here.
No, mate. No. No.
Next time.
No.
Next year.
We definitely need to see you doing the painting bit. If it were just me, it'd be like, Matthew, what do I do?
It'd be good though, wouldn't it?
I love your shows. I mean, it's funny now because, you know, when you come on with your own products and things, yeah, the presenters get to paint with you. And now, honestly, I think we've started, it's becoming a bit fighty because we all want your shows.
It's a competition. It's
competition.
Good. I like it.
Just pure knuckle fights. And I love it. I mean, your painting, for starters, it's just the way things evolve, but also I think it's brought down and made achievable, isn't it? You know, I mean, your workshops are amazing. The way you teach is amazing. Obviously, we've got a whole host of different books, and I think that really helps people gain confidence and learn the basics, doesn't it?
It does, and that's what it's all about. It's kind of taking away that fear, because most people, as we've discovered with some of the presenters have had a go at this, it's a bit scary when you see a piece of paper and you think, well, you know, how am I going to start? What's the first step? And I've always been good at sort of taking you through it like following a recipe, and that's what Search Press do best. It's like a 50-year company. They've been publishing art and craft books, you know, so they are the experts at producing a step-by-step book. So when Search Press said to me, you know, can I come along and do some stuff with Hochanda, it was yes, absolutely, because I've been working with these guys for 5 or 6 years now, not longer actually, and it's been a pleasure to produce books. But what we've got here is some really good pre-Christmas treats.
Yes,
we have,
at good
definitely.
prices as well.
Yes.
It is like you say, yeah, they are an incredible company. Super. I mean, when you think Search Press, you automatically think craft books, and they've a whole host of craft books. Okay, we'll get started. So, the first one, you've got 2 different bundles here, or different books in this one bundle. Only £19.98. Fantastic price there. I love books. And let me give you a little flick through here. We've got a range of different artists. Oh, wow. Throughout all the different books. And is that important, Matthew? Do different artists bring us different ideas, different techniques? Is that what we're going to be looking at throughout the different books that we've got here?
It is, yeah, very much so. Each artist... I mean, I can only speak for myself, but I've obviously spent, you know, 30 years learning myself to paint, and I put all that across in the books what I write with Search Press, and that'll be the same for the other artists as well. These 2 books are interesting because these ones are actually endorsed by the Royal Botanic Gardens at Kew, which makes them quite special. So these 2 are 2 of Search Press's best-selling art books, the A to Z of trees and foliage, and of course the A to Z of flower watercolor paintings with step-by-step tuition as well, which makes them really cool.
These are beautiful.
They're lovely books, aren't
They're
they?
absolutely beautiful. Obviously, do you want to... I was flicking through, but that was just for me, I'm not going to lie. Do you want to flick through? Literally, because I flicked through, I would really just do it. I wanted to just look at the pretty pictures. So, yeah, talk us through the books,
Okay, so... with all Search Press books, they all kind of start off with an introduction, which we'll talk about, you know, materials. But this one's a little bit different because this one lets you show you a painting. And the artist has described how to actually, they've kind of picked out sort of key areas and highlighted how that technique was produced with some tips and tricks and the stages for producing the picture, with all the colours used as well. And I believe this book has got over 50 flowers in there with all the colours and all the little mini tips to go alongside it. But these are super detailed, almost botanical work. These are beautiful. And that's the same for the trees and foliage. I think that this book might find its way into my bag when I leave. This is a cracking little guide. If anyone's into painting, it's a little companion to keep at the side of you because it's got so many great tips and tricks on how to produce not only trees but lanes and woodlands, palm trees, everything you can imagine in there, again with all the little sort of tips and tricks how to draw it, what colours to mix, and the stages. And it's just a nice book. It's a coffee table book.
It is. The colours in that are fabulous, aren't they?
It's beautiful, yeah. It's all about inspiration, these books, and again, being endorsed by Kew Gardens makes it that little bit extra special.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's quite fabulous. What really I find fabulous, I mean, this is the wonderful thing about art, isn't it? How everybody is so unique, you know, their styles are so different, and I think that's why it's lovely to have such a nice variation on the show. Now, if you'd like those two, I mean, they do look beautiful, but as Matthew says, you've got a lot of education crammed into both of those, but yeah, the inspiration in there is exceptional. £19.98 is your price. You have got a cracking £6 save in there, 863464. Now, next, when I look at these, completely different.
Yes.
Completely different. This one, I like both of these as well, because this one looks more naive, a little bit more...
Yeah, it's more naive. It's almost embellishment based, this one. I think the reason we chose these two, because these two really fit in well with people who are into mixed media, papercraft. I think you can utilise these watercolour books with your papercraft, card making, scrapbooking, whatever you do. These two have got some wonderful tricks, and also brand new today. We've not seen these before. These books, I think, were only published a few months ago, so these are pretty new in the grand scheme of things.
Do you know what? Yeah, you're right. As you look through, there are some cracking backgrounds in there. I didn't notice that before, but yeah, they're real, and again, different. You know, this is, I look at this and completely different to what we'd see you doing. You know, completely different to the book we've just seen.
Well,
like
Search Press has been publishing books for 50 years, you know, so they've got thousands of titles still in print. Going 50 years ago, they've still got some of those in print, you know.
Amazing.
So there is such a variation in art and craft with Search Press.
And that's it, that's why it never gets boring. Oh, I like that. I'd definitely be able to use that. Some of the ideas in there are just beautiful, aren't they? So that's your first one. That's your Love Watercolour, which is gorgeous. It is funny because Matthew's got the books there to flip through, but obviously because I'm being really bad and I want to look at the pretty pages, that's why I keep picking them up. And then we've got Watercolour with Love. So with this one again, Matthew, this one seems to be more sort of specific, doesn't it?
Yeah, so this one's got 50 projects in this one.
Right.
Little sort of miniature kind of motif style, almost embellishment style. If you have a little look at these, you can sort of see. Nice hardback as well, I've got to say. A nice book to pop on your bookshelf, this one as well. So everything from wreaths, floral wreaths, I mean that's just random page, how to paint leaves, but again with all the steps. Some simple stuff, some slightly more adventurous stuff as well. How to paint a donut, something you've always wanted to do. But it looks cool, and these kind of donut kind of silhouettes are very popular and sort of trendy things at the minute, aren't they?
Yeah.
Lemon, flamingos. Every single page has got a different project in, so you've got over 50 projects in that book, a nice hardback book. And it's a good price as well. I'm looking at the price here, you're saving £6 if you get, and you get both of them, I believe, as well.
Yeah, so you do.
It's great value.
I really like those, utterly different. Then for me, they feel really achievable.
Yes,
you know,
absolutely.
I feel I could absolutely do anything from either of those. £19.98, brilliant price. What fantastic gift ideas for those prices, saving £6. And yeah, beautiful books. 463171 is your item number. Now, next we've got to pick a mix for you. So you're choosing out of here any two of these, but look at your price, only £14.98 for two of these. Obviously, we need to pick up the one in the middle because we know this chap, don't we? I do believe. Oh, I'm picking up the wrong one.
Yeah, I've moved it. I did that to wind you up before we started. Not really. Not really.
Where is it? There he is. Matthew is there. That's hilarious. Typical, isn't it?
It is quite late.
We know him. Oh, no.
It is quite late. It's been a long day today.
Yeah, you've got a lot of different ones here then, Matthew, and obviously one of yours in this pick and mix.
Yeah, so this is where things get more interesting because this, for me, is what Search Press do best. And this is why I work with them, because they basically produce recipe books for painting, and that's exactly what these are. Now, there's 6 in the pick and mix. I've got to say that it's a great price because you get 2 here as well, and you've got a choice of Watercolour Mountains by Mr. Palmer. We'll have a flick through these in a second. You've got watercolour landscapes, seascapes, which I believe is popular. We've got the flowers, snow scenes. That'd be one of my choices. I love painting snow, and of course, watercolour lakes and rivers. But what's really good about these books, I want to flick through one because these are very much holding your hand through the painting. Yeah. If you look at the title, we can see it's called Take 3 Colours. It's part of a range which is very popular with Search Press, and this one I brought out last year, last sort of September, October time this was released. And it basically uses 3 colours and 3 brushes and a piece of paper, that's it, nothing else. And that makes watercolour very, very accessible. And I've proven this because I teach these weekly virtual workshops from my studio in Derbyshire, just using 3 colours and 3 brushes. And people absolutely love doing these. Yeah. So, in this particular book, which is a good choice because it's the mountain one, which is one of my favourite subjects, you get 9 projects, all using 3 colours. And you can see every single stage is photographed and detailed. So every brushstroke is photographed, and it's a wonderful experience writing a book for Search Press because you get to go to this wonderful studio and paint pictures and have these wonderful photographs taken as you're working, and the detail, even down to the colour palette, even down to the percentages, is a wonderful thing. So you've got this nice like Italian scene.
It's very specific, isn't it?
It is. But it's still very approachable. Yeah.
When you look at that, you know, the different colours in that, you would not think that's just 3 colours, you know, that has been used to paint all those different beautiful landscapes. It's amazing, isn't it?
That's what's interesting about painting, because from 3 you can easily achieve 40, 50 colours without any doubt. At that. And from teaching these virtual classes on a Sunday, you know, people are doing them with 3 colours and they're coming away with these wonderful, you know, sort of wide sort of range of paintings with hundreds of different colour tones, and it really makes for a wonderful project. Right at the start of these books as well, it keeps it simple, because what it does, it gives you basically an introduction, then it goes straight into what you need. How to mix all the different colours from 3, straight into materials, brush strokes, and then you're straight into the pictures. And there's 9 pictures in each one. Now, I believe in the last show, the snow scene, the mountains, and the seascape were the 3 most popular ones. But it's a great price because everyone has got 9 pictures, and it's 3 colours and 3 brushes.
I like when Search Press do that because they you know what you're getting, don't you? You know, it's that series, so you know exactly what you're getting with that series. Yeah, I think that is fantastic, brilliant to collect, because every artist is going to bring you so many different hints, tips, and of course you're going to learn so much for only $14.98 for 2 books. That is such a good price. 412008 is your item number. Now, we have got one more pick and mix for you. And again, you are picking any 2 from this collection. You've got 3 to choose from. Not annoying. So what you've got with this one, again, only $14.98. And these are nice chunky books, are these ones. And of course, a different feel. First of all, you've got your watercolour flowers. And this one, so these are quite interesting because you've got different artists within the books, is that right?
These are kind of Search Press's greatest hits, I'm going to say, because what they've done here is they've taken some of the artists and they've put them into a book. So they've made a product. These were only launched a couple of months ago.
Wow, so they're really new.
It's the first time we've seen them. It's got that nice paper smell that you were talking about in the last show.
Yes, yes.
It smells like a nice, you know, a crisp, fresh newness.
See, you understand.
I'm on the same page as you.
You understand when I'm talking about good smell. Sam didn't understand me, Matthew.
Paper smell.
Yeah, he thought I were mad.
And you can eat peanuts off my palette as well, by the way, because it's a paper plate. Okay. We'll not endorse that though. Especially if you've got paint on it. So what we've got here,
peanuts stuck in your yellow paint.
Yeah, looks like it's crying now actually. See?
Oh,
that'll be me when I start painting in a minute.
Sad face.
Sad face. Hey there, you in the sad face. Right, so yeah, these are brand new books. So you've got 6 artists in this one, 22 projects, all step by step. So they've taken some of the most popular sort of projects, and again we'll have a flick through. This one's the landscape one, step by step, so you know what you're getting here. Classic Search Press watercolour book. So if we find a project for example, here we've got this project of this nice kind of Norfolk sort of mill there, and then it'll give you all the stages, all the brush strokes, and the sketch as well. That's by Ray Campbell Smith. Such a variation, so there's over 20 projects in this one. Brand new book, folks, and it's got 6 artists, which gives you 6 variations, of course.
Yeah. And it is, when you're flicking through, you see the different styles, the different techniques, the different use of colour as well. Considering we're using watercolour, all of these books are using the same medium, if you will, but it is all about style and technique, isn't it?
It is. And that's why I think it works nice having different artists, because each artist has got their own techniques that they learn and they want to teach.
Yeah, yeah.
This is a good one. I'd pop this one in if I was having, because this one is like a generic watercolour painting book. It covers all the different mediums. Again, 6 artists, over 20 projects. You've got flowers in there.
Oh, yeah.
And it goes right through this one. So you've got some wonderful landscapes, seascapes, buildings, nice underwater scene there as well, swans on the lake. So a very mixed bag, that one. If you was buying one, that'd be a good one to go for, I think.
Yeah,
if you're buying 2, in my mind, I'd go for the landscapes and this one.
Yeah.
But you've also, of course, got the one on flowers as well, which has got some wonderful, very, very detailed projects. Again, all broken down for you.
Beautiful. Yeah, they're fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. And so many different variants. Love them for $14.98, and these are new books as well. Not been launched long. I like that because it's really showing you how to break the picture down as well. Yeah, so many ideas, so much inspiration. 978338 is your item number. Remember, you are choosing 2 of these. These are nice big books, really new books as well, recently published, and you are making a £5 saving. 978338. If you've any questions, email in studio@hochanda.com, or maybe you'd just like to share something that you're working on. We'd love to see. Maybe you have been following our Matthew, and maybe doing some of his online workshops. We'd love to see what you've been creating. It is all about sharing, and I'm incredibly nosy. studio@hochanda.com. Anyway, let's get over to our Matthew. What are you going to paint for us today, our Matthew?
No idea. I haven't got a clue.
Is it going to be that snowman in the snow again, in the blizzard?
In the snow, yeah, there it is, yeah. I think I might have said that joke a few times. It's Christmas.
Never gets old.
It's Christmas. I've got my festive shirt on. You can see it close up. We've got candy canes here.
Oh.
Subtle with a silent B. That's what that
Gosh.
is. Look at that,
Get you, Mr. Santa.
Eh? Pushing boat out. I've also got festive socks on.
Show us your socks. You're just teasing about the socks, aren't you?
Yeah, I am actually.
Yeah, he's teasing.
We've got some festive Y-fronts on.
Oh. I mean, might be past 9.
Can you still buy Y-fronts? Can you still buy Y-fronts?
Y-fronts.
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 A Y-front is still a thing. Are they back in fashion yet? I hope so.
No, I'm sure you could bring them back in fashion, Matthew,
Yes.
Especially festive ones.
Absolutely. Well, what I'm going to do here, folks, we're going to paint a festive themed scene. It's got to be, hasn't it, really? So I'm going to do a bit of a landscape, and we've got a sheet of quarter imperial watercolour paper stuck to a board with masking tape. You don't need an easel, but you need 3 colours. We're talking about the books with the 3 colours, and we'll mention this because, in my opinion, those books are the star of this show.
Yeah.
The Take 3 colours, because it makes painting so accessible, because you just got 3 colours, 3 brushes, and you can produce 9 projects from each book as well. It's a cracking concept, it really is. So I've got the largest of the 3 brushes. This one's like a 16 or a 20 size brush, and I'm just going to wet the top section of the picture. I'm going to pop in a bit of the sky for this one. I'm just using 3 colours, it makes it easier. And like I was saying a bit earlier, it's really surprised me how people have warmed to these virtual workshops over the past year, because of all the craziness, and that is just using 3 colours and producing some absolutely wonderful stuff.
I love that, though, because it is, from the comfort of everybody's own home, they're still able to, to learn and pick up all those ideas. How do they find them, Matthew?
So if you drop onto watercolor.tv, so it's www.watercolor.tv, click on the workshop tab at the top and you'll see
Amazing.
The next one that's coming up. And actually this Sunday is the last one of the year, and it's a robin on a holly branch with all snow on and everything. Fabulous. So that's the 20th. Get yourself booked in. It's only a tenner, you can't go wrong.
Amazing.
You'll enjoy it.
Amazing. And you tell people what they need and stuff so they can get ready before the class?
Yeah, absolutely. It's basically what we're using today, 3 colours, 3 brushes.
Amazing.
And away you go. Yeah, but we do send information out about that.
Perfect. Yeah,
and you can just watch it again and again. Once you've got it, you can watch it and enjoy it as much as you like as well.
Good.
Which makes it quite nice as well.
Makes it very affordable.
It does, yeah.
What are you doing there, Matthew?
So I've mixed a bit of an orange, which of course is just yellow and red. So I'll pop that across, and then I'm just going to, I've got some kitchen paper here, I'm just going to smooth that in a little bit. So a very sort of straightforward, simple
Beautiful.
Sort of colour just coming in. I'm just going to take a touch more of the red. You can see that you don't need much colour.
Yeah, yeah.
Little tiny bit.
It's ridiculous how far it goes, isn't it?
Yeah, watercolour's so, so strong.
Yeah. We have had a question if the books will come from in time for Christmas.
Absolutely, 100%, yeah.
Perfect,
100%.
100%. So there you go. Yes, go for it. If you're thinking gift, they're very good. I mean, they're fabulous gift ideas because they're so affordable as well.
Yeah, they are, and it's a good value because these are direct from Search Press here as well, so they're very quick shipping and everything like that, so they are guaranteed for Christmas. 100%.
Perfect, absolutely perfect.
You can't
Remember, if you're a Hochanda Freedom member, you're not even paying for your postage. Amazing. I love that because sometimes I like it when when it doesn't go straight to the edge
vignettes.
of the paper.
Yeah,
I really like that.
I love painting vinaigrettes.
Oh, we love a vinaigrette.
You can't beat a good vinaigrette.
Chips.
Chips and a vinaigrette.
Oh, chips and a vinaigrette.
I went for a walk into the local town here and the chip shop smelled beautiful.
It's a good chippy handle.
There was a big queue.
Yeah.
A good chippy handle.
Oh, yeah. It's a cracking
It's going to give us a bit of a stamp. It's very pretty at the minute, isn't it, with all the Christmas lights?
Yeah, they've done really well.
They've done it well,
Christmas.
haven't they? They've done it really well.
They have.
We're going to stamp off the moon here. Now, what I've done there is I've wrapped a piece of kitchen paper around a paint tube, and it'll give you that sort of soft, fuzzy moon because a paint tube's not a flat surface like a coin, so it makes it a little bit sort of soft and a bit fuzzy.
Ah, is that the reason you didn't use a coin this time, so you could?
The real reason is because I didn't have one.
You skimp, aren't you? Did you buy your chips? Use your last coin.
Times are hard, I tell you. Times are hard.
You've got a fuzzy moon.
Well, that gives a nice kind of softness. Now, when I use a smaller brush, size 10, I'm going to mix a very strong colour from all three, actually. So we're going to do the blue, the red, and the yellow, and I'm just going to pop in some little clouds hanging around, some little twisty clouds. Again, the books, the Take 3 Colours books, all the books all describe the materials, and because it's a step-by-step Search Press product, you're going to get instruction.
Yeah.
I think of them to be recipe books, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
I always feel that that's what they are.
Yeah. Recipe books, but obviously for a different type of cooking.
Yeah.
I love that because when you put those on, at first it's like, oh my gosh, that's so dark. But actually, when you blend it out, it definitely goes softer, doesn't it? Yeah,
and what's interesting, we can use a brush that's a bit damp and we can squeeze it flat and we can just lightly lift off some highlights. Almost though the moon's catching it, it's a way of refining because watercolour is very easy to work while it's wet.
Yes.
So you can just go in with a bit of a brush and just give it a bit of a drag, and it really just kind of helps it, and you get that wonderful kind of colour coming through. Yeah,
you get movement, don't you, as well, because it looks like there's light under the clouds, but you've also created the shape of the cloud.
Yeah, you can see I'm tapping the edge of that cloud there.
Yeah.
As though the moon's kind of catching it.
Ah, yeah, that's cool.
So it's like illuminating, it's making the sky a feature.
Yeah. Do you find, Matthew, that you really, that you actually notice things? The more you paint, have you become more aware of colours and different skies and things? Cause
yeah, right from day one, I think. I always remember it was always shadows for me was the thing I always started to notice when I started painting. Yeah. Looking at shadows. But people come to workshops and they'll say that I'm driving home and nearly crashed because I'm looking at the trees, that kind of thing. So, but yeah, it's true because you start to appreciate skies and trees and things, which you never probably did before you start doing either photography or craft or painting. Yeah. It kind of uses different parts of the brain, I think. So
I think what I love about it as well, you don't, until you're actually looking at colour, you don't notice just how much colour there is in a sky.
That's it. Even in the winter skies as well, you get a lot of wonderful colours, and it's not just all bland and grey at this time of year. There's a lot more interest in that.
Yeah, and the light as well.
The light.
The light.
It just goes so quick. That's the problem.
Do you want me to chat?
Yeah, you go. I'm just going to give this a...
Give it a bit of a dry.
Bit of a dry.
Well,
a casual blast.
Well, it gives it a bit of a blast. Okay, so obviously the book that Matthew's working on is the one down there, not the one up here. You've got 6 to choose from, though, and I love this because Search Press is so good at this. Search Press is so good saying, right, this is the series. We want our artists to work with the 3 different colours. We want them to work with 3 different brushes, and let's see what you can actually get. Let's see what you can achieve. I'm just going to pick up a different one just at random to show you some of the variations. I mean, this is the beautiful thing about this. You've got these gorgeous lessons delivered to your door, and they are lessons. They are going to take you step by step through creating some of these beautiful, beautiful pictures. And I love it because you've so many different techniques. And I think it's really interesting having the different artists. I mean, look at that. Having the different artists, because you will get different, you know, different techniques there, different finished results. I mean, look at that. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Don't miss out on these. You've got so many different options, but such a good price. You know, only £14.98. That is exceptional. The choice is yours. So you might be going for... the first one is your lakes and your rivers. Then you've got the snow scenes, which I know our Matthew would, because he's a big fan of the snow scenes. You've got the gorgeous landscapes there. You've then got your seascapes. You've got the flowers, and then, of course, the one that Mr. Palmer has done, the beautiful mountains. £14.98. 412-008. Check out the website for all the other collections that we've got for you. But back to our Matthew.
That's nice and dry then.
Marvellous.
So we've got that nice atmosphere, that nice warm pink coming through here. And then I'm just going to work in some landscape, really. So I'm going to pop in a bit of masking tape. It's quite relaxed in the studio tonight, isn't it?
It feels really relaxed.
Out, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that.
It's nice and calm.
Yeah. We're a bit like this when website's gone down, aren't we?
Is that what it is? Yeah.
But no, it's working, don't worry.
Oh, is it? That's good.
Yeah.
I'm just about to go home then. I'll leave you with it.
I finish it. I finish picture, love. I just stick a little, I don't know what I do. Nothing good,
Same
that's
as me,
for sure.
So I've just popped in a bit of tape with a slight curve on this, and what I want to do here is I want to use this size 10 brush. I'm actually going to mix up more of a brown, so red and yellow will give us orange, of course, then blue will make it brown. I mean, if you've got more than 3 colours, use them.
Yeah.
But you learn a lot by just mixing 3, and that's how I started teaching in 1998, I think it was, when I was a boy.
When you're a lad.
When I was a boy.
Knee-high to a grasshopper.
I used to just teach with 3 colours, and that was a good way for people to learn.
Is that because you were a bit tight?
A tight artiste, yes, you've got it. So I'm just going to...
We're just using 3 colours. I know there's 20 of you, but just be careful with these 3 paints. Was it just...
Make it last. Make it last.
Were it just 3 tubes of paint as well?
I want it back in tube when you've done.
So when I first started classes, I used to be a bit like that with my foam pads. Anyway, what are you doing?
I'm sort of stippling some distant wintry sort of trees, and I've actually got a size 10 brush. You can see it's all nice and spiky. So if you squash it in your palette, you can do this. Now, if anybody, of course, has purchased in the past tree and texture brush, which we've had on the show many a time, of course, you can do that a lot easier.
Yeah.
But you don't need this. You can just use this. And I've got the grey here, which I used in the sky as well.
Beautiful.
So adding these little bits of sort of colours to this and stippling away, easing it off, so it kind of disappears along the hillside, we'll say. Amazing. Again, still sticking to this vignette feel. Clean brush.
Yeah.
Just going to wipe it dry, and then I'm going to just go back into this edge and squash it with my fingers.
And just squidging it, and that gives it that.
And then we're going to stipple the edge a little bit again.
Amazing.
So it just
'cause
kind
that
of makes it look a
softens
bit
doesn't it?
soft. Soft around the edges.
Beautiful.
And sort of make it disappear away to nothing. And it gives you that nice sort of line of trees. We can take that tape off now,
Yeah.
and it'll give us the sort of distant sort of landscape. And then down here, we can bring in some foreground. So what I want to do here, actually, I want to clean this palette. Now this is literally just a plastic plate. I found something back at studio.
What happened to your lovely palettes?
I think I might have given them to you actually last time I was here, did I?
I have got loads in my room.
I think I'm just kind of saying that you don't need a fancy palette.
Okay.
Get some blue with a touch of red.
He had his mince pies on that, didn't you? Earlier on.
There's a mince
If
pie
there's a
on it.
little bit of texture. It's the crumbs.
Pop in some violet down here.
Oh, beautiful. Look at that colour.
And then want to clean that brush. Now that's just red and blue, obviously. Clean the brush really well. And then I'm just going to use water just to smooth that up. So it kind of disappears to nothing. Now what that'll do is that'll create foreground.
Oh, yeah.
And it'll create sort of distance.
It's ridiculously effective. As soon as you bring that in, that just makes it go pop, doesn't it?
Yeah, it kind of pushes it all the way, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. You know, when you first started learning them, Matthew, how did you actually learn? Was it classes or was it, how did you?
No, I just kind of did it myself.
Just experimenting.
I always used to sort of be creative when I was a child, you know, with
Yeah.
art and stuff and everything. And I kind of just sort of went out there myself and just, my parents bought me a set of watercolours. I think I was about 10, 11 at the time.
Oh.
I used to go to Wales a lot on holiday, North Wales, and used to draw the mountains. I've got a book on mountains now.
Oh, fabulous.
It's the full circle.
So
And
like your colour theory and everything, did you learn that just
learned it
literally
myself,
by
yeah,
practicing?
just by trial and error, yeah.
That's amazing.
I sort of knew the logic of primary colours, if I'm honest,
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah,
Well, there we have a landscape,
lovely.
which is looking nice. Hopefully we can see that nice kind of warm pink in the sky here,
Yes.
coming through, shining in the snow. That needs a very quick dry.
Okay.
We'll come back to it, and we're going to pop some detail, some buildings, and some life into the picture.
Yeah, I love that. Okay. Right, let me talk you through. Hold on, let me put that there so it's subtle. I'm going to talk about the other choice that you've got, and again, it is a pick and mix, so you're picking any two of these, and again, different styles. Loads of different styles within the whole show, and this one you've got the different authors now, the different artists, and of course you have got, which I do like, it will introduce you to the artist, so of course you can look the artists up, see you know, have a look at the work, see the styles, and within the book you've got so many different techniques, so many different types of style as well, types of drawings. The detail on some of these pictures is just phenomenal, really beautiful. And of course it is all about learning these skills that you'll then take with you and repeat over and over again, and mix and match with other, you know, other artwork that you've learnt. Now, you have got, with this one, you've got your watercolour flowers, that's your first option. You've then got the beautiful landscapes, again, step-by-step step-by-step lessons to take you through. And again, these are really quite new books. They were only published, when did you say? It's a recent publish, isn't it? About September, which is amazing. And of course it takes you through the different artists there, and they do smell amazing. And then the last one is your beautiful watercolour painting, which with this one it has got some again some beautiful combinations. Yeah, there is a little bit of everything here. So you've got some wonderful landscapes, you've got beautiful different types of trees as well. Oh, love it, absolutely love it. Okay, it is your choice, £14.98, really good price for new books, quite frankly, new releases. That is 978338. Okay, back to you.
Is it worth me just very quickly showing you the projects that you get in these Take 3 colours as well? Because
Matthew,
what's really good is on the first page, which is quite kind of Search Press to do that for us, because you can see the pictures. So here, of course, we've got the 9 pictures that you get in the mountain book here.
Yeah.
Try and make sure there's no glare on that, so you can see the little thumbnails of the projects, and each one gradually gets a little bit more adventurous, as you can see, finishing off with the finale, which is the one that's on the cover here. So that's the mountains one. Then, of course, you've got the landscape one, which is, you know, it's classic, isn't it? Everyone thinks of watercolour landscapes here. Again, starting very simple with this little sort of cloud and sort of distant trees, and then it progresses into a winter scene and a bridge and the cottage, and it makes a wonderful... It's a course to follow along, you know, following very, very easy, straightforward steps.
Beautiful.
Let's have a little look at this one as well. So this one is the seascapes here. And again, you can see here, 3 colours, 3 brushes. So a simple one with a boat on, but then right through here you get, you know, lighthouse, you get crashing waves. And it takes you through every little step.
Yeah.
Because it's search press, you know you're going to get detail in it.
Yeah, and
wonderful.
Quality.
The flowers one's very nice, actually. Very varied styles of flowers, actually. So the first one you see is very simple, almost like a motif style.
Yeah.
But then very quickly as you go through towards the sunflower, towards the rose, and
wow,
the agasanthuranium, I've got no idea what that is. But you can see these wonderful flowers in there, and they gradually progress through that wonderful stage. It's like sort of drip feeding you the information, of course.
I thought it was called an
agasanthuranium, yeah.
You sounded very knowledgeable.
Yeah,
then.
I've used that one before. I love the snow scene one here by Graham, and this one's great. You got some wonderful, nice kind of loose style watercolours here. So if you like that looser style, then that's a wonderful choice to go for. And then, of course, the final one is lakes and rivers, which has got, again, 3 colours, 3 brushes, 9 projects. Beautiful.
Oh, look at that.
You can't go wrong, can you, with that? You really can't. It's a wonderful little collection.
Yeah.
Great Christmas gift, and like I say, we are guaranteeing delivery for Christmas as well.
The choice, I don't know how you choose. Because they're all beautiful. I mean, you are picking 2, so if you want to go for 4, if you want to go for all of them, at least you're going to be making, I mean, if you go for all of them, you're making £9 saving. And you'd save on your postage because it's 1 item number. See, it's because I can't choose. 412008 is your item number. Beautiful collection of books. There was so many gorgeous paintings that you can go through step by step. I love when you're looking at them. The light on some of them, it's just phenomenal. 412008 is your item number. Right, back to you, Matthew.
Yes, okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of a distant build in here, I think would be quite nice, and then sort of add some detail for the picture. So I've got a size 6 brush, so I mentioned 3 brushes, 3 colours. So here I've got the 3 brushes, what I pretty much use is my standard 3. It's 20 round, a 10 round and a 6 round. So those 3 brushes, I do a lot of the paintings. Yeah. And again, if anyone does any of the virtual workshops, you'll know that it's just those 3 brushes that we pretty much use all the way through. So I want to mix a bit of a sandy colour here, actually. I'll pop the palette down there. So a sandstone colour would be yellow with a touch of red and then blue, and that'll give you like a bit of a sort of dark sort of sand colour. So it's all to do with proportion, these little spots. Again, but the books will show you all this information. And what we're going to do here is we're going to paint in like a bit of a distant cottage, okay? So we're going to pop in three pretty much vertical lines, okay? Yeah. And then we're going to pop the apex on. So I'm drawing with the paint, which is absolutely fine thing to do. Of course, if you want to sketch this in as well, you've got the option for doing that as well. Bring that across. Make sure that apex is pretty central. So we'll just get that very simple shape in, and then what we'll do is we'll get some water on the brush. Okay. Nice and clean. A couple of taps on tissue. Yeah. And then we just use a bit of water to soften and blend the paint away.
Beautiful. And that's on dry paper this time, isn't it? So
dry paper this one, so you get clean edges, yeah, there you've got it. So you can almost see a 3D. Yeah. If you squint at it a little bit, you can kind of see the roof, can't you? It kind of like your mind fills in the gap.
I'm squinting, what am I seeing?
Your mind kind of fills in the gap of the roof.
Oh, but we're going out of focus, so we're all squinting together.
But I'll put...
There you go, you see, we're squinting.
That's creative, that, yeah, I love that, yeah. I love that. Well done.
We've done the whole show like that, actually, Matthew. We've been squinting for the whole show.
Squinting at the screen, have you? Imagine some people at home. My screen's gone out of focus. Get them on phone. Tell them. Tell them it's gone blurry.
Oh, that Hochanda.
It's gone off. It's gone out of focus.
That Hochanda, get on the internet.
Vera, get on that phone. Tell them. Now, what I've done here is, I'm sorry, making me cough now. What I've done here is I popped in some of the violet. Or the roof. Roof.
The roof. Beautiful.
And then I pop a little piece just coming over the edge as well, just to say it's got that little bit of a sort of snowy edge to it. Of course, we all know that snow's white most of the time.
Yes. Well,
unless it's yellow, and then it's
a worry.
It's got a problem.
Especially if it's on your roof.
Yeah. Well, it's obviously Santa's reindeers. They've got to go somewhere, surely.
Yeah. You just got to have to think yourself lucky if that happens.
So I'm just going to bring in the shadows here now. So this is the grey what I used in the sky here.
Yeah. And again, at first it looks really intense and scary, doesn't it? It's like...
Yeah, it's quite a daunting thing putting a dark colour on, I suppose, but it's getting used to it. But you can kind of see that little building sat there,
yes,
can't you?
Utterly, yeah.
And it kind of sits there on the little ridge there.
Yeah.
And we'll add a shadow to the base, add a couple of little bits of detail here, just to ground it.
So yeah, I love it, because as soon as you start adding those little, it is just the tiny little detail like that, and all of a sudden it's, you know, again it becomes 3D, doesn't it? It's got
yeah, it sort of makes it, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's so
So
cool.
this is blue, red and yellow, so it's all three colours together.
Amazing.
And you get a very strong colour. Now I've made this colour very thick as well, because we need to pop some windows in this thing.
So this is why I think with Search Press doing this collection of the three colours, I think that is a really clever concept, isn't it, to go for, because it is so achievable. And like you say, you know yourself through teaching and doing your online workshops that people can do it. People can actually do this, you know? Absolutely.
It's just getting over that fear. I mean, yourself, you've done some of these workshops, and you probably had a little bit of sort of fear yourself when you first came into the, you know, into the sort of workshop room.
Yeah.
And it's always going to be there, that little bit of, you know,
no, I think that's
white paper fear kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, because it can look so daunting.
So I'm just popping a few shadows in these trees, and this is the same grey I just mixed. And it'll make the trees look kind of 3D.
Ah, yes.
So the sort of wintry trees.
Yeah.
In a distance, it looks as though it's a large, massive, you know, of sort of tree. And we can see we've got that nice building there. It's doing its job. And I'll pop a chimney on for Santa.
Oh.
So that's the light side of the chimney.
Oh.
And every chimney has a dark side.
Oh, the dark side.
So we'll pop the dark side of the chimney on as well. There you go.
Yeah, the dark side of the chimney. In record shops now.
That sounds like a 1970s progressive rock album. Just going to pop some little windowsills on.
Oh,
and it adds detail. So we've got a lovely focal point there. And
that's fabulous.
Yeah, it makes a nice scene, don't it? So I'm just going to pop some finishing touches on, but I'm just going to give it a couple of seconds to dry, and then we'll come back to it in a couple of minutes, yeah?
That's wonderful. Thank you, Matthew.
Super.
Absolutely fabulous. And this is why it's so nice. Invest in decent brushes, obviously. Get your nice watercolour paints, and then start to learn. You know, start to pick up all these fantastic ideas, these different concepts. And there really is so many different choices for you. I'll be really quick and just sum up what we've got here. These two are beautiful and so different. I mean, so different from the other books. As our Matthew was saying, you know, endorsed by the Royal Botanic Gardens at Kew, and they have got, I mean, the most incredible colour palettes in here, and the detail. I mean, when you look through, look at that. I mean, autumn trees are just the best, though, aren't they? It's funny, you see, I'd absolutely take those autumn trees over a beach scene anytime, anytime. Absolutely adore this. Look at that beautiful tree. And so gorgeous. And again, loads and loads of different ideas in there, loads of different trees in that one. So that one is going to give you your trees and your foliage. The next one, of course, is your gorgeous florals. And you've got one of them again, but I can't remember what he called it. Agassantharina. I reckon that's oh, I actually know it as well, but I can't remember. Anyway, you've got some, again, beautiful ideas, gorgeous lessons. It's showing you your different colours. It's showing you how to build up those wonderful pictures. Now, if you'd like to go for those two, I mean, they are beautiful. £19.98, 863464 is your item number. We've also got, and I must admit, I really like these two. I think especially because you've got, for me, this is definitely one I'd like to get hold of, because it's all those backgrounds. You know, for someone like me who is, you know, probably going to be using these, I mean, look at that. Going to be using these for, you know, backgrounds for stamping, maybe in art journals. I just think this is such a good book, and that utterly looks achievable. I mean, I look at that and think, I could do that, I could do that. You know what I mean? That's really, and it's one of those that it doesn't feel, yeah, it feels like when you look at that one, it absolutely will work with stuff that I've already got, with my stencils, with my stamps, with you know, all my beautiful different techniques and textures that you're going to put over there. That's a real good one for your mixed media artist. It comes with this, and this is really nice because this has got your different projects and things like, you see, I just adore that. The wreaths are just beautiful, and you can imagine painting those, and then maybe if you're into brush lettering, you know, adding brush lettering to these, maybe you're going to be creating something like this, and then, I don't know, maybe adding gold leaf to it. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those, I think, with this one specifically, you can really take the picture as a base, but then add to it. You know, I think there's a lot of possibilities with those two. £19.98 is your price, saving £6 there. 463171 is your item number. Okay, obviously the next bundle is the one, the pick and mix, which Matthew, of course, is working on because he wrote one. So, back to Matthew. Back to Matthew. Back to Matthew.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
It's nice and dry. So yeah, so the Take 3 Colours bundle, 3 colours, 3 brushes, 9 projects per book as well. So you just got to make your choice on which one you go for. Do you go for the seascapes? Do you go for the snow scene, which I love the snow scene, the mountains, of course. You've got to have the mountains.
Got it.
Lakes and rivers, landscapes, and of course flowers as well. So good choice, great gift for someone that's into painting or wants to start out, because there's an additional thing. On the earlier show we mentioned that you can actually buy all the materials from the Hochanda website as well, so you can get the colours, and the brushes are available, and the paper as well is available. If you just do a search for SAA, you'll find, or even better, do a search for Matthew Palmer, because you'll find the colours I'm using, which are natural blue, natural yellow light, and natural red, and they're available on the Hochanda website as well.
That's brilliant, Matthew, thank you.
Okie doke.
And your paper, well, is that your cotton again?
It is. It's Matthew Palmer watercolour paper, and that is available on Hochanda. So if you do a search on the website for Matthew Palmer, you'll find all the associated products, I guess you call it, yeah?
Yeah.
And you can see the colours. And we do sell a brush set as well, which has got about 5 brushes in, including the 3 that you get here. So natural blue, natural yellow light, and natural red. That's the colours.
Going to show you that. See, there you are.
There you
Shot
go.
by
It's
you.
as if it's live.
Tell you what, hey, how's that for smooth?
This, the power.
Smooth. So you've got all your different paints there. You've got your brushes. You've got pick and mix for 3 paints as well. So
cool.
obviously, have a little look at those.
Yeah. So a blue, a light yellow, and a red would work perfect.
Amazing. Amazing.
Any 3 colours, variations of.
Perfect. Shop by brand, and you'll be able to get all the goodies that our Matthew's using.
Super. Okay, well, that's nice and dry. And to be honest, this doesn't want a great deal more. It looks like a nice finished watercolour to me. It doesn't want a huge amount more. But I'm just going to pop in some kind of a bit of a footpath to generate some depth. Some kind of footprints in the snow, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So we're going to pop in some little sort of C shapes here. Now, this is just a pale version of the grey, really.
Okay.
So I'm going to pop in some little... Can you see those? Now I'm using a number 6 brush here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do these quite large in the foreground. But fairly soon, of course, they just disappear off to little dots. But you can see that depth, can't you? And then if you give it a bit of a tap on the tissue there, and then just give it a soften. It's like a David Essex song, this. Christmas song. Winter's Tale.
Oh, yeah. I love that. I'm like, what? I couldn't think of any Christmas songs there for a minute. Oh, that was lovely.
I'm going to make it a little bit darker as well. And while that's a bit damp, I'm just going to make it a touch darker just at the bottom, because that'll make them look a little bit crisper. They're very straight footprints. If I was walking with our little boy Jacob, it'd be all over the place. And
then there'd be some going back on yourself.
There'd be little spots all over the shop. Yeah, there would. So we'll pop some down here.
How old is
he
now?
Jacob is 3. Yeah, he's 4 in April. So
wow.
I've had a great time through lockdown. I'll be honest, it's been nice to be at home with him. So.
Yeah, I bet it's been fabulous, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, really good fun. It's a great age to be on with him as well, because he'll just be fun now, won't he?
I had a visit from Santa a couple of days ago. Came to the house and he was really happy.
Oh, how cute! Is he doing home to homes?
Yeah, Santa's had to branch out, because of all this lockdown stuff.
Yeah.
So instead of you going to him, he comes to you.
That's
apparently.
Fabulous. That poor bloke.
If you're good, of course.
Yeah, obviously.
You've got to be good.
Yeah, you can't guarantee it. Depends.
That's right, exactly. You've got it.
My little nephew's had about 3 elves watching him, apparently.
That's quite freaky, that, don't you think?
Yeah.
Elves watching you.
Yeah, I'm really pleased that didn't happen in my day.
Elf on the
I wouldn't
shelf.
like that. I feel the elf might have had
available, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't think the elf would have survived. Might have fallen out of a window.
Okay, we'll just finish off this picture. All I'm going to do is I'm going to pop in some little bits of foliage, and I'm just going to pop this on the side, and then literally just down here, I've got this nice number 6 brush. I'm going to pop in some little grasses poking out of the snow, and little bits of twigs and things that just poke out.
Yeah.
Little sturdy ones, you know what I mean, don't you?
I do. The ones that are evading the snow.
And we'll bring it back that way. Just keep people on the toes.
So cool.
And then I want to get some of the violet, and imagine where the moon is.
Yeah.
As daft as it seems, adding a few shadows to the tips of these grasses really makes them look as though they're kind of 3D and they sort of stand up, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
Some little sort of
and
dots.
Again, it's acknowledging, where shadow is, because as soon as you you notice where your shadow is going to be because of the moon, then that's what gives it that realism, isn't it?
Yeah. So if your moon's off to the left, put the shadow to the right.
Yeah.
And vice versa. And that'd be the same with the sun as well.
That's beautiful. Got a minute, Matthew.
How long, sorry?
A minute.
That all? Well, in that case, I'll finish and say Merry Christmas.
Hooray!
Out of focus again, look. There you go.
That's lovely. Out of focus.
There you go.
That was absolutely...
We were squinting, weren't we?
Yeah, we were squinting again. Squinting.
Screw your eyes up.
It's that time of night. It's just squinting.
Get that phone, they're out of focus again.
Who's on that camera today?
Sort it out.
Get on Facebook.
Get on that face ache.
Face ache. Put it on face ache. Oh, them cameramen, they don't know what they're doing. Sorry. Please check your baskets out. Do not miss out on any of these. So is that it now? Is that you till the new year?
That's me. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I'll see you in January for some exciting new Mr. Palmer products.
Amazing.
Looking forward to that one.
Unless, of course, they're going to tune into you on Sunday.
Sunday 20th, watercolor.tv. Get yourself booked in. Robin on a branch. Can't go wrong.
Amazing. Oh, we love a robin on a branch.
Holly branch.
On a holly branch, specific. Please make sure you tune in for that, obviously, and then watch out for our Matthew. Join us in the new year with some amazing brand new goodies. Matthew, happy Christmas and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Give your love to... no, not my family. Give my love to your family. See you later, thank Oh, I'm getting that all the wrong way round. Stackable Solution Monday special. Daisy chain, designs and then chocolate.
Hi everyone, I'm Phil Martin. I've been a paper crafter for well over 20 years now and a designer for just over 10 years. Sentimentally Yours is my multi-award winning brand of clear stamps, rubber stamps. I've now also introduced lots of craft dyes in there, designer papers. I have my mediums where we've introduced the Flawless Media brand into the Sentimentally Yours family. So on our Hochanda shows we aim to inspire you, to be educational and to teach you how to get the most from the products that we're bringing to you. The Sentimentally Yours family has grown to include my good friend Julia Watts and our new designer Trudy Howard. Hopefully we're all going to bring something different to the show, so you're going to be enriched with lots of different ideas and inspiration. Be sure to join us for our Sentimentally Yours shows on Hochanda.
Hi there, I'm Nick from Crafty. I've been crafting for as long as I can remember. It started off making things just for myself, but then friends and family asked if they could use them too. It was really important to me to bring something unique to the crafting arena, something that was different and something that people would enjoy using just as much as I do. I really hope you'll come and join me on Hochanda for my shows with Crafty.
Hi, I'm Emma.
And I'm Pam.
And we're from Quilters Trading Post. We've been open since 2007, so we're coming up to 10 years now.
We started our business in Cambridge really with a long arm quilting machine. We decided we wanted to make a proper business of it, so we bought a shop in this area. We soon grew out of that because we became successful and we bought a school, and now we're in the school.
We have 4 parts to our business. We have the quilting service, we run workshops, we sell patchwork and quilting threads, fabrics and notions, and we do patterns and books. That's our newest thing, and our favourite being our Crafters Carry-On.
We've really enjoyed being on Hochanda. It's made us famous really. We've got lots of people who now come into the shop and tell us that they've seen us and that they've enjoyed the demonstrations and they've watched us over and over again.
Make sure you don't miss our shows here on Hochanda.
Did you know you can watch Hochanda 24 hours a day, 7 days a week using the Hochanda app on your Amazon Fire Stick for free? Just like your smartphone accesses an app store to add new applications, your Amazon Fire Stick accesses the Amazon App Store to add new applications. By downloading the Hochanda app, you'll be able to access your favourite craft channel on your TV anytime you want to watch. Here's how to do it. Simply turn on your TV and connect your Amazon Fire Stick. If this is your first time using the device, follow the on-screen instructions to connect to the internet and log into your Amazon account. Once set up, you'll need to open the search bar. To do so, simply use your remote circular directional dial to scroll to the search icon and select it. Now simply type Hochanda into the search bar and this will take you to the Hochanda app. All you need to do now is select download, and remember, it's free. Once this is added to your Fire Stick, you can move the app for easy access. Press and hold your home button on any app and then select apps from the menu that appears. Scroll down to the Hochanda app and press the button with the 3 horizontal lines on your remote and select Move to Front. And that's it! You can now watch, purchase and catch up with your favourite shows 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on your TV whenever you feel crafty.
Hello and welcome. It is marvellous to have your company. The one-day special was so ridiculously busy. In fact, half of the stock has already gone. Literally 1 live hour. I mean, personally, I'm not surprised. Fantastic storage, fantastic. The whole concept is amazing, and of course brilliant quality as well from Deflecto. Of course it's not me just jibber-jabbering on. We've got the lovely Sam in the building. Good evening, Sam.
And to you, how are you?
I'm very well indeed.
Haven't seen you for an hour, you okay?
I know, right? I had a little sit down, watch telly, ate a little bar. What did you do?
I went and checked into the hotel.
Oh, very good.
Went to went to a grocer.
Supermarket.
And got a drink and a chocolate bar.
Oh, well done.
An hour well spent, I think.
I like that. That did look like you were trying to remember what you actually bought. You know, like a cheeky little quiz.
Yeah.
What did you buy at the supermarket?
Nothing exciting.
Depends really. What were the drink? Was it exciting or was it?
Can't say, can I?
Oh.
It was a juice drink.
Oh, okay. I was thinking.
It wasn't short or anything.
I was like, gosh, was it that strong?
Yeah.
I can't say.
Nothing like that.
I can't say, but I'm basically holding myself up with storage. It's not. I am absolutely joking. He's absolutely fine. He hasn't. He's had a juice. How to start all the poor rumours about Sam? That's really bad.
Thanks.
Anyway, I know. So Sam. Anyway, we are of course talking about Deflecto. I mean, these are the company itself. I mean, you were chatting earlier on in the first show. I mean, been going around for years. Was it 50 years?
Yeah, I think it's. I'm sure we celebrated our 60th year trading a few months ago. Yeah, it was. Sorry, yeah, it was our 60th year trading.
Gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah, a long time.
And obviously not just crafty storage.
No.
It's, you do all sorts, don't you?
Yeah, so I mean, I won't touch on some of the really dull things that we do, but like
I'm dying to know now.
Lorry mud flaps, reflectors. We're one of the world's largest producers of bike reflectors.
Oh, really? How random.
It is quite random.
It's everything and storage.
Yeah.
I love that. I love it. Yeah, go on then. So the biggest. Our Mr. B wants to know what's the biggest thing you do. Big lorry mud flaps.
Oh yeah, like because we are a US company, as I mentioned, so the lorries over there are they're big, bigger than the ones we get here. So we do the mud flaps and the safety hazard warning triangles. I'm boring myself. The safety warning triangles and stuff like that. Chair mats, let's trays, signage.
Wow,
safety
literally
products.
So many things. That's diverse.
Yeah. And obviously arts and crafts storage as well.
I find it quite interesting because you do wonder how a company goes from one thing to another. It's quite interesting, Sam.
But I think just to kind of complete it all, we make stuff out of plastics. We injection mould everything out of plastic, which is why we got into kind of, you know, the office desktop accessories, the craft accessories. It's the same sort of process, just obviously on different size scales. Yeah.
And I think, I mean, you know, the design it's clever. It's a clever design. It's really functional. Yeah. And obviously not just, we're talking craft, of course, because we're on a craft channel. But of course not just for craft. But let's face it, most of the people watching will be buying this for the craft storage. For £23.99, it's an amazing system, and you've got such a big saving there. A £36 saving. 725-749. Now, obviously, if you have watched any of the other shows, or any show I seem to be on, obviously you'll know I'm a massive fan. You know, when I had my the second studio and I sort of took over, I had all my storage behind me. It was great. It was like a permanent advertisement for Deflect.